but it won't roll over all the way. It hits a hard stop there, and of course hits a hard stop over here. Now we have an engine that rotates. Another episode on our 413, 426 project. We took a stuck motor. In the last couple of episodes, we got the lifters out of the block, we got the pistons broke loose, and at the beginning of this one, you could see that we could rotate this almost 180 degrees, but it won't rotate all the way around. In today's episode, we get this thing spinning all the way around in preparation for disassembling this engine. Let's watch it. Don't miss it. I'm Mike.
This is My Cars Shop.
Definitely going to be a little bit of lather, rinse, and repeat from what Chris did when Chris and Ray were here. But because we've moved these pistons now, we have access to different parts of the cylinder where we definitely have some rust. And I really think that probably this cylinder over here is the one where things are sticking. But we're going to do all of them. So I'm going to figure out the best. This one here is probably the place to start because it's at the bottom and it used to be close to the top. I'm running this drill both directions to keep this thing from like taking a set and not scraping and scrubbing as good as it could. So it's doing a good job. Definitely got some pitting in these cylinders, but I don't see anything that won't clean up. With a small bore, I don't know how far we're going to be able to go yet. I've been doing some research on that. Some people say you can go up to 100 thousandths. Some people say you can go only 60. Of course, the only way to really know is to just sonic test the cylinder walls and find out how thick they are to do the math and determine how far we can bore this thing. So we're going to do that at some point. I'm trying to locate a sonic tester, and if I can't find one, I'm just going to go ahead and buy one. They're not that expensive. So. I had tried to find my stone hone. I've got a really nice straight stone hone around here somewhere. It should be in my toolbox and it's not there, so I'm wondering if I lent it to somebody and I never got it back. The other thing I need to find is I do have a ridge cutter and I need to cut the ridges off of this, although I'm not worried about with these pistons, but it really doesn't have a whole lot of ridge on here, so I'm pretty pleased with that, which means this engine didn't have a huge amount of hours on it. I'd say miles, except it was a boat motor, so. Let's see where we're at here. Wow, I think we're, oh, there we go. We're stucker than a stuck thing right there. But I don't think I've done this one yet. If I have, you'll see that I did it on the video. I don't remember, but it looks awful dirty and like it hasn't been done yet. But still, not terrible, considering it's been sitting outside full of water. I think this is the one that's keeping it from rolling over completely. But before I move over there, I did find my Dingleberry, so I'm going to run that down in a couple of these and clean that up a bit more, and then we'll get some, probably some carb cleaner, some brake clean, and this is not to create a nice hone. We're not using these cylinders, although you might be able to if you wanted to use stock pistons. My point in this is just to get it cleaned up so we can take it apart. Again, running this backwards because these stones are getting old and they're a little sharper on the other side, and being as I'm not really concerned about, doing an actual hone job, it's good to just cut the crap out with it. we've got this side basically done. I believe that everything is going to be nice over there. I'll show you those cylinders. They really cleaned up well. This is the worst by far. It's got some deep pitting, but it's still got some heavy rust that the wire brush won't take off. So I've got a half round file here, and I'm just going to take this and go in there and just file that rust off as much as I can. It's not going to hurt the cylinder any, of course, because we're going to bore it anyway, so it's fine. Other than this one cylinder here, this engine actually may be, as I said, it possibly could have had, if the pistons are good, rings thrown on it and put back together again and run. I'm quite surprised at how these cylinders are looking. Not perfect, obviously, but just for an old beater, will it run kind of thing, it would be fun. But this cylinder here, I don't think that's going to work. So anyway, I take my file and just go in here and just kind of, you know, kind of take off some of the big chunks. The rest of it isn't too bad, actually. It's just really aggressive honing. That's what it is. All right, let's get the light over here. So I didn't clean them up thoroughly yet as far as with brake clean and stuff, but yeah, that one still needs some more cleaning there. But I want you to see what we've got is my point here. So they cleaned up better than I expected, as rusty as they were. So I'm going to go ahead and clean those up a little more with more brake clean, roll it over some more, and just try to get as much of that dirt and grime out of there as I can. Just making it so it's easier to come apart and stuff like that. Plus, I'm just having fun. Oh, some people are worried about all the stuff splashing on the quarter panel of the car that's in primer. Don't care. Got a new quarter panel going on. So this quarter panel's got holes in it. And so I'd normally be a lot more careful, and I'd probably have plastic hung over there, but right now I really don't care because I'm not going to be painting this panel anyway. Now that I got them dried out a little better and de-oiled and stuff, so that's where I went at it with the file to get that rust off. It actually feels pretty smooth. I really wonder if I had a straight stone hone, if that wouldn't clean up some. I've got one. Again, I just can't find it, but I am shocked, I guess is the word. There's some in there, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm shocked at how well this cleaned up. I really am. As rusty as these cylinders were, I thought that this thing was going to be just junk, and that we were going to have to maybe even sleeve the block, but I think it's boreable the way it looks, so I'm happy with that. Let's pull you back over there, and we'll just show you. Remember before we had 180 degrees? Now we have an engine that rotates 360 degrees or 720 degrees or whatever. So I think we'll throw a cam in and put the heads back on, and we're just going to fire this baby. No, we're not going to do that. No. It would be fun to try, though, wouldn't it? Again, it's another bite. It's a step forward. It's progress. You know, when I was working on this last weekend and I got it to rotate almost 180 degrees, I was very encouraged. Knew I could take the engine apart. But as I thought about it all week, I thought, I wonder if I can get that cleaned up. And I was almost positive it was this cylinder right here that was the one that was keeping it from rolling. You know, I did say tongue-in-cheek about, you know, throwing a cam in it and putting heads back on it and, you know, all that stuff. And I did entertain that idea for a minute because it would be fun to take this thing that had been sitting out for, I don't know, 25, 30 years sitting outside in the weather. Maybe not quite that long. I don't actually know. Dave, you can chime in if you know down there in the comments. And just see if we could get the thing fired up. You know, would it have even any compression? I'm sure the rings are rusted right into the pistons, but it would be a lot of fun. But if I'm going to tear it down, I'm not going to mess with putting it all back together again. But, those are just random thoughts that I've had. It'd be kind of fun. Yeah, it would. But I'd rather stay moving forward on the projects that we're doing. So this is today's bite. I don't have much time today. This actually ended up taking a couple hours to do. I know the video is going to be pretty short. But I wanted to share the progress and share this little bite with you. The next time we're back on this, I believe we will be flipping it over and getting the crank and the rods and the pistons out. I can't, because this stand is a little bit on the small side, I'm not sure I should be doing that by myself. I should probably get some help out here to rotate this thing. It doesn't rotate the easiest, and I don't want to tip it over and end up breaking the block after we've gone to all this work. So I'll probably get somebody to give me a hand with that sometime this week. All right, that's going to do it for this one. We're over on the face thing. Instagramma, she loves us and gives us cookies and stuff like that. We're here on the U thing, of course, so like, subscribe, share the video, and stay tuned. There's more coming on this motor. Obviously, more on the Stitches Challenger, more on the Forsyth Duster, more on the Oakland. More on the Golden Mullet. Probably not much going to be happening on the 74 Swinger. The Pro Street Dart GTS is probably coming off the road this week, so I don't know if I'm going to get anything more filmed on that this year. Probably not. I do want to get the 69 Charger in here and do some work on that, but that's going to be as we move into fall, pending on the weather and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes, but I definitely need to get more accomplished on that car. All right, that'll do it. We'll catch you on the next one. Oh, crap, I almost forgot.
Rock!